Welcome to Whiskey Oval _TV for night number for the National Club. I got co-host slash co-founder slash league admin. That's gonna be Thomas Brand. What's up, dude?
Not much, man. How are you doing tonight?
Pretty solid. Second night at Eldora. Kind of a crazy night. Number one, battle for the race lead. But dude, we've seen a lot of three-wide action all the way throughout the race pack there.
Yeah, Eldora is really good for that, man. I mean, the track does get really top dominant, but it does allow for a lot of good racing. You know, you can really build up momentum and throw it in slide jobs. And if the track slicks off a lot, you can get that 2- and 3-wide racing. So hopefully we'll see that again tonight.
Little recap of last night. Zach Dijkstra, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Regardless, he won. He won last night. He picked his. He was able to pick where he went out on the single file qualifying run. He picked out to go first, and right now, Thomas, he's up there on the top of the charts with that 13.322.
Yes, he is, and that's going to be really beneficial because everything is straight up tonight. There's no inverts, there's no redraws. Where you qualify is where you're going to start anyway. So he's setting himself up for a good position to be starting on the pole in heat number 1 if things continue the way they are right now for him.
Single car qualifying underway. Just got maybe 6 more, about 7, 8 more cars left to go. Ted York out there on the racetrack right now in that Glenn's Hot Wings machine. Goodness gracious. He qualifies there in that 11th spot right now. Now Mr. Hunger Buster of Cal, the good old Dairy Queen machine, out there onto the raceway. And Thomas, there wasn't much practice session out there on the racetrack. Only about a 3-minute practice session. But looks like this track is going to get a pretty good work in before heat race number 1.
Yeah, with the heat races tonight and the open qualifying, the track is setting off quite a bit. And even though it doesn't look like much now, with the format that we're running tonight and the consolation being more laps and the feature being 40 laps, the track's going to definitely set off.
Yeah, absolutely. We're already seeing that. And last night, everybody worked their way next to that outside scary wall, right rear tire pin, right next to it, just flat-footed, and I think we'll probably see that here tonight. But the question is, though, if you're one of these guys like, Kel right now, just qualify there on that 18th spot, he's going to try to round out turn 4, coming across the start-finish line. Looks like he's going to hold down that 18th spot. If you're one of those guys, how aggressive do you want to be in these early heat races?
Well, it's really hard sometimes to be aggressive just because if the track is tacky in these early heat races, it's so fast in the 360s and it's so hard to pass. Even if you don't have a very good car in terms of your setup, you can miss the setup and still be pretty fast as long as you can keep that wing forward, I mean, it's just really hard to pass. So you're going to be aggressive anytime you can get a run. You got to take advantage of the opportunity when it's there.
Jake Sonatag last night, a crazy roller coaster race for that. He was our hard charger for the Smoky Mountain Beards gift pack there. So congratulations to that guy. I'm pretty sure he was unofficially, I guess. But coming out of turn 4 right now, Jake and that number 3 machine posted the 3rd quickest lap time out there with just 4 drivers left.
Yep, he did. He turned himself a nice lap with a 13.376, 600s off of Spangler. So hopefully Jake will that'll hold up for him. It looks like he might be starting on the pole at number 3.
Brandon, the double deuce machine out there right now. We see this guy week in and week out. Every single Wednesday night, I believe most of the Thursday nights as well. This guy is in, and he is back wheel to wheel as he just posts 1 spot shy of a top 5. He comes across the line. Does he improve? Does not look like he does, but Brandon, pretty solid lap time coming out pretty late out there in the qualifying run. As this track starts getting more and more slicked up, he posts that P6.
Yeah, really nice for Brandon Boyles there. It's a good lap to have him. Right now, the way that this track is, it's all about what line you run. When the track is really tacky and fresh, you can pretty much just hold it wide open, keep it straight, and you're running kind of a little marble line at 1 and 2, and then usually some version of a slider line. And right now, these guys are they're running, you know, marbles, and then they're throwing sliders and all different types of stuff. Whatever they can come up with, right? It can be the difference between, you know, 15th or first.
We jump right on board with Phil as we listen to Ninja Throttle as he shimmies and shines down into turn number 3. Slider right on up like you was talking about. Bang right off that raised cushion. Phil bumps down Brandon, and Phil posts P6 now. But, man, we see a lot. This is a second driver now where that first lap time is the fastest for him.
Yeah, and you know, with this new sprint car tire that we've got on these cars, it seems like they might actually, some of these cars, they slow down just a little bit when they get some heat in them. So I'm wondering if that's what's happening with these guys, where they're actually losing just a tiny bit of speed on that first lap.
Up there on your screen now, that far right-hand corner. Actually, we can do this, be a little bit better. Those green lap times, that was their second lap, and that is their fastest, whatever number is in that green right now. Zach, he ran his fastest, that 13.322. Then Jeremiah Wiggle, the number 20 car, he ran his fastest on that second lap. So right now, just about split, possibly 50-50 if I had to take a quick scan at it. Christian McCartney just went out there onto the racetrack. He just set his fastest lap time on that second lap of his, but he rounds out that 12th spot there.
Yeah, it looks like Jeremiah was fastest on that second lap. So yeah, you're right there. Looks like it's about 50-50.
Jeff out there on the racetrack now. 2 more drivers to go, and hold on. A little slip of the grip there and through the apex of turns 1 and 2. Chooses the high side here in turns 3 and 4. This lap time not going to be the best for Jeff, but still got 1 more to go. We'll see how he works this thing. Gets right up into the grip that time. Tries to haul the metal down the back chute here at Eldora Speedway. And for the final time, his qualifying run, he's 23rd fastest coming across the race line. Jeff improves to 19th fastest. Does improve on that second lap time a slight bit. But still, he'll have a lot of work to do in that double 1 car. I believe that is going to end our qualifying run. So there it is. Quickest lap times up there on the boards. It's Zach, Patrick, Jake, then Jeremiah rounding out your top 4, and Josh Berkey rounding out your top 5. As qualifying is set, the heat races grid is set, and man, a $600 purse for this event.
Yep, $600 purse, and like you said before, we got some cool prizes or cool stuff being also provided by our primary sponsor, Smokey Mountain Beard. So really cool that they were able to step up and do that with us for this event. And yeah, so looking forward to it. It should definitely be a lot of fun and some good racing here tonight.
A little bit of race info up there on your race screen now of this racetrack of Eldora Speedway. Track length 0.44 miles and a length. Temperature 75 degrees. Sun has not set yet. The track lights are still off. I like it. I kind of like the sun setting 81% humidity out there. But I kind of like the daytime racing or the sunset racing time. Sun are in these drivers come off of turn 4. It'll be pretty fun event, but a lot of great prizes. Hard Charger Award, lots of money to win. Last night, $25 to the race winner with a prize pack with the Smoky Mountain Beard Company. Second place as well, got some cash, and same thing as third.
Yeah, we got some cool prize packs. You know, the tonight's Hard Charger will get a prize pack. Quick time, Zach Dykstra, he just got himself some beard oils. We also got some for the winners as well. So yeah, definitely some cool prizes along with, like you said, the purse, $600. You know, pretty much one of the biggest purses that we've had in the league. I think it's the second biggest one we've ever done. So really cool that we're able to do that this year. And so yeah, hopefully we'll have some good racing and yeah, get to pay out some prize money.
Tonight gets cranked up just a little bit more as qualifying is now officially over. Heat race 1 of these drivers start to get lined up. At 10 laps is going to be the scheduled distance. 6 drivers in this heat race. Top 4 drivers will advance straight to the A main show. Everybody else outside of the top 4 will have to go down into that B main. We will be sending a couple of guys home here tonight that will not be able to qualify into the A main. Now, Zach, he did win last night. Same thing with Bruce got second. Those guys are already locked in into the A main no matter what happens to them.
Yes, as long as they make the B main tonight, which they will make the B main tonight, they are awarded a provisional. So last night's top 3 got a what's we call a situational provisional, where they will be in the feature as long as they make the B main, even if they don't make it in a qualify, a transfer position. So pretty cool that they were able to do that. Locks them into the feature. They'll have to tag the back of the field, but they'll be in. And with 40 laps, anything can happen. But the way that it's looking right now for these guys, I don't think they're going to need it. I think they should be fine here.
Like I said, things get cranked up here tonight. Money purse. Money is on the line here. $150 plus 3 free beard oils by the Smoky Mountain Beard Company. That is going to be the payout for if you can win the Mac Daddy Show. Second place is going to be $100. Third place is $60. Fourth is $50. And then rounding out the top 5 is going to be $40. But the payout goes all the way down to 10th place. Hard Charger gets $10 plus Smoky Mountain Beard bundle as well. Heat race number 1 slowly rolling out. Lights on the pace truck is off. 6 drivers, got a lot of fast guys in this. Zach won last night. Bruce Klingen finished just right there behind him in night number 1. Can the 21 machine get his revenge here in this heat race? It'll be fun. Eldora Speedway, still plenty of grip out there as they crawl down the back chute and getting ready to rock and roll. In the turns of 3 and 4, 18 machine. Zach gonna stand on the skinny pedal, and Thomas, we're racing here at Eldora for night number 2.
Yep, Zach got himself a really good jump there, and Bruce tried to slide up there. He's running Derby, but not able to do it. Derby just got too much of a run out of turn 2 there.
Jeremy, man, he was almost pitched up next to the outside wall. He steady hands, though, was able just to squeak his way up to that 2nd spot. So Jeremy P2, now Bruce Klingen holds on to that 3rd spot. Christian McCartney rounding out P4. Bruce looking a little bit loose coming out of turn 4. He holds on to it, but that's still freight training around turns 1 and 2. Brent Hagen outside looking in, and that sponsorless number 95 machine. You have Tony rounding out the race field there in that number 27 machine, trying to find speed, but the storyline right now exactly where he left off last night. Zach leading this charge right down into turns 3 and 4.
Yep, Zach's looking really good. He's been fast all season long in the All-Stars and the Outlaw Series. He's picked up right where he's left off here in the All-Star class. He win last night, and he's looking again tonight.
Things about to start getting heated up for this 3rd place run right now. Christian McCartney took a peek underneath the 21 machine of Bruce Klingen, but could not make nothing happen. We're already over halfway. 1 minute and 22 seconds there in heat race number 1. Lap times, they're in the mid 13-second range. So trying to remember that as we get into the A main. I'm sure they'll slow down, but Zach, Jeremy, Bruce, Christian McCartney, no one has made a pass out there on the raceway quite yet. Everybody's still running exactly where they started, with laps slowly starting to wind down.
Yes, they are, but right now, Jeremy Weibel making a move. He is starting to gain on the track. Jeremy's been the fastest car on the track these last couple of laps. Second faster than Zach. We'll have to see if he can do anything here. 1 lap to go.
White flag being shown out to the race field. Zach ran a 13.7. Jeremy running a 13.5 for the last time down the back chute and into turns 3 and 4. Zach's going to protect that slider line just like he did last night. Coming out of turn 4 to the checker flag. Jeremy showing some late race speed in that number 20 machine, but Zach going to hold on to that checker flag. Bruce 3rd, and Christian going to round out that last and final transfer spot here in heat race number 1 as those guys get themselves ready for the Mac Daddy Show for that $150 payout.
Yep, good race for Zach, Jeremy, and Bruce there. I mean, all 3 of them look good. Christian McCartney also looked good, but definitely going to want to keep an eye on Jeremy. It looks like his car might be getting faster as the run goes on. I know Bruce talking to him today, that's what he said his car was like too. Last night his car was much faster the second half of the run than the first half, and so it'll be interesting to see if those guys will be able to make their way towards the front in tonight's 40-lap main event.
But exactly what you were saying there in qualifying, I asked how aggressive do you want to be in these heat races? But like you said, these early heat races, too much grip. I mean, they are flat-footed around. Not a pass made. They were single file, but man, they were really close together. We'll see if heat race number 2 gets a little bit more racier here.
Yeah, it should start to get more racier as the track slicks off more and more. You know, right now everybody's just kind of running that top and that slider line in 3 and 4, but as the track slicks off, and it should slick off hopefully pretty quickly, we'll see a lot more passing.
Starting grid for the National Auto Racing Club number 2 here is going to be Joe Howard, 43. Josh is going to be signed. You have Larry Bell, 2 teammates in that second and third place. Tim Alton, Ryan, and then Glenn around though that last row, that final third row. 6 cars, top 4. Exact same format, 10 laps is the scheduled distance. Joe, a race leader, waiting for him to stand on the loud pedal. We'll be racing once again for heat race number 2. And here he goes, coming across the start-finish line.
Yeah, Hal got himself a really good jump right there, and he's already got himself a nice side.
Larry Bell tucks down to the bottom side. Bell, he's going to slide it up next to the race cushion, and Bell now holds P2. He moves up 1 spot. Berkey not coming out without a fight. He tries to slide up. Bell is there, side by side down the back chute. Here comes Josh Berkey. Now he's going to try to get a 2-for-1. Almost right rears Josh Berkey right there. Sorry, that was Tim Alton, the number 54 or 64 machine. Throw the slide job. I thought Tim was about to get a 2-for-1 dinner deal there. Yeah,
Tim had the opportunity, and he went for it and got up into the 39 car there, but you know what? 39 car coming back, and he's making it through, so definitely a good battle here for 4th place.
Larry Bell likes what he's seeing there in that rear view mirror. Just keep swapping spots lap after lap, but still holding a pretty good pace as we're already over halfway here in heat race number 2 as these guys go to battle, just throwing haymakers. Hold on to it. Berkey almost clipping the back bumper of that 64 car, but some way, somehow, they have yet to touch here.
Yeah, that was a close call, but he was able to get underneath him there when he threw that slide job and cut underneath, and it's going to come down to this last couple laps. Like, they're battling back and forth this entire race, and even though both of them are in the feature as of right now, finish the difference between 3rd and 4th is going to, you know, be 3 to 4 starting spots in the feature, so you want to make up as much room as you can while you can.
Glenn watching behind, outside looking in there in that 5th spot. Just really kind of probably trying to hope that these guys make a little bit of contact. The guy gets put up into the outside wall. He needs a little bit of race, but these guys still side by side. But man, they are into the A main. All they got to do is coming across the start-finish line. Joe, the race leader, absolutely gone. He has left the entire field way behind. He's in his own zip code. White flag. Here we go into turns 3 and 4. 64 machine of Tim Alton. Slide it on up. Josh Berkey. It was a good old crossover. We've seen that about 7 times in that heat race. But those guys will come across a finish line. No harm, no foul. Those guys making it into the A main. Glenn is going to be the driver outside looking in that heat race, and he'll have to go to the lower mains as heat race number 3 starts to get grid up. The question was when the track was going to get racier. Well, I think we answered it right there, Thomas. Was heat race number 2. That track really started to get slicked up.
Yes, it did. It definitely did, and I think we're going to see more of that here in heat race number 3 and heat race number 4. Is once it starts to get slicked off like that, you can see now we've got a nice defined area of slick right through the middle of the track at both ends, in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and so we should definitely start seeing a lot more passing.
Grid is going to look a little something like this. Patrick Spangler with a good old legendary paint scheme in that number 39 machine. Phil with the Nodak Outlaw Sim League He'll be there to the outside. Paul will be starting a third. Brandon Garman with SSR Elite Sim Racing will be P4. Josh P5, and then rounding out the last spot here for our heat race at number 3 is going to be Greg out of the Hoosier state of Indiana, the number 35 machine. And man, Indiana, they have about every inch of that place. It seems like there is a dirt track there.
Yes, there is. It's pretty much if you're a dirt racer in real life, that is where you want to go. It's like heaven. I mean, you can just race like every night of the week. It's incredible.
Pace truck pulls off, makes that hard left-hand corner, waiting for Spangler to hit the loud pedal. He does hit the loud pedal. Phil tries to match it there for the side. Does he get a good restart? He does. And here we go for the third spot now. Brandon Garman squeezed himself there to the outside. Paul trying to get up next to the outside wall. He couldn't, so Paul's going to fall back one spot. Brandon Garman going to move up one spot with that SSR Elite Sim Racing. Now Josh is going to be the driver going outside looking in that number 32 machine with that Glenn's Hot Wings car. And he'll need to find a little bit of pace out there. Up front is still Patrick Spangler, but oh no, yellow flag is going to wave. Yellow there onto the racetrack for the first time here tonight. Here for heat race number 3. Kind of a weird yellow flag that waved. Phil was trying to make a slide. Actually, he did. He completed the slide job pass on the race leader.
Looks like it was Brandon Garman that got that wreck there. Looks like he is out.
Brandon Garman, he was running there in that third place too.
Oh yeah.
And leaders goes a tell.
Just caught the wall there. And that can absolutely happen when you're running the cushion here at Eldora. Tough break for Brandon Garman. He was running third. Was actually the fastest car on the track at that time, so tough break for him. But I'm sure we'll see him back in the B main, and I'm sure we'll see him in the feature tonight too. He's definitely got some speed, so I think we haven't seen the last of him tonight.
Single file restart here for heat race number 3. The lights on the pace truck are still on. Phil did complete the slide job pass right when the yellow flag came out. iRacing is not going to give him that lead, so he'll have to fall back to P2. Spangler still our race leader. Paul third, Josh fourth, and now Greg outside looking in that number 35 machine. And Greg, man, barely missed Brandon Garman there to the inside wall. It gave him about one car length to squeeze that thing through, and that's exactly what he did. But man, Greg's gonna have to get aggressive here if he wants to get transferred in.
Yeah, he is, but this is his opportunity to do so, you know, with this restart here. This is his chance to try to take advantage of the situation and hopefully make something of it.
Eyes on him right here. Only lap 4 of 10. Still got plenty of racing to go. One going to be Paul. He gets his connection fixed. So now Josh, he is on that hot seat. The top 3, nose to tail, kind of spread out about maybe 3 to 4 car lengths. Nothing missing there. So the eyes are on right here as these two guys battling out for this last and final transfer spot. Greg in that all-white machine, and Josh, they're in the green car, and that Glenn's Hot Wings number 32 car. 4 laps to go this time by around Eldora Speedway, and Greg trying to look down to the bottom side, almost slides it up into the side of Josh. They were able to keep it off of each other that time by.
Yeah, that was definitely a close call. You guys are battling out for this final transfer spot right now.
He had a chance to slide it up. He left a little bit of room for Josh. Took it. These guys still side by side. 3 laps to go this time by, and he gets loose. Greg almost loses it coming out of turn. Was Josh trying to rip the lip here now as he gets a really good run down the back chute.
Yeah, he's trying to get that bottom to work as Greg's up there on the top, or the 32 car up there on the top, but it's really hard to keep the momentum up on the bottom right now. The bottom is just so fast with the track the way that it is.
White flag is out. I thought Greg had a couple of moments to be able to slide that thing next to the outside wall, but here we go. Flag is going away for the final time into turns 3 and 4. Greg gives it everything. Not going to do so. A little bit. He's going to come up just a slight bit short. And Josh is going to hold on to that last and final transfer spot with Brandon Garman being out. So those two guys, Greg and Brandon Garman, they'll have to fight their way there in the lower main. And heat race number 4 now. Last and final heat race here tonight. It'll be the exact same thing. 6 cars waiting for good old Kel to load up into his car as these guys start rolling out there onto the raceway.
Yeah, and it looks like everybody might be making the feature tonight. You know, we've had 4 heat races. There's been 6 cars in each heat race. That's 24 cars. You know, we had a couple of drivers who had to drop. They weren't able to make it out. So it looks like everybody might be making the, as you would call it, the Mac Daddy show tonight. So it appears that the consolation will just be a mere formality in terms of determining the starting lineup. So definitely a good sign for these guys, especially the ones who've had some tough luck here in their heat races.
Heat race number 4 and going out there onto the grid. Jake Sonatag, the number 3 machine. We'll see if he can have a little bit better of a heat race here in night number 2 than night number 1. Brandon there to the outside in that double deuce machine, and Connor Dewick, he'll be there in P3. Ted York, P4. Jeff going to round out the 5th spot, and the last and final spot in that last and final row is going to be Kel with Team SSR. They're that number 58 machine. Lights on the pace truck is off. Will be green flag this time by as a field works their way into turns 1 and 2. Outside lane looks like it is definitely the fastest. Still plenty of grip down there to the bottom side. And one thing I definitely noticed is guys can throw a slide job and able to get that momentum still to come off of the race corner here.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, right now you can get that momentum. You're able to throw that slide job, and if you can hit it right, you can keep up that momentum. So the track is still fast, but it's also getting racy. So we'll see what happens here in heat race number 4.
As Jake leads a field down the back, shooting into turns 3 and 4. Everyone here all for the top spot. Throw a blanket over. First, second, and third is Brandon and Connor Dewick. Almost goes to battle, and here comes Brandon down bottom side. Brandon, he wants the race lead. He wants the lead right. Slides it right in front of Jake. They go side by side coming across the start-finish line. Now Sonatag going to give his medicine right back to him. See these guys battling out. Connor Dewick still trying to walk himself up into this mix. As we work lap 4 of 10 now, still plenty of laps to go as these guys just keep throwing slider after slider. A little bit farther into the back of the pack. Jeff just tags the outside wall. Kel and Ted York, they battle it out for that 5th and 6th spot.
Yep, Jeff is holding on to that 4th and final transfer spot right now as he's got Kale looking to close in on him and try to steal that spot from him here. We've got about 5 laps to go.
Back up front, though, checking on board with the race leader. Look at this. 3 cars under 1 blanket. These Connor Dewick gets roadblocked there to the outside, but man, the number 7 machine of Dewick looks like he has a rocket ship here tonight. Just cannot find a way to get around either of these guys right now. As we jump on board, just a little bit of a live look into what these drivers are dealing with. And look just how close that right rear tire is.
Yeah, you got to be right up on it, man, if you're going to run the cushion here. And as you can see, these guys are definitely all over the track, and Dudek is just looking for a place to make a move, and it looks like he's going to get around Sonatag there as we have one here in this heat race.
As a son, oh no, right rear tire, Jake Sonatag clips the front clip of Connor Dewick. Connor was able to keep it straight, keeps it able out there onto the racetrack. He's going to lose a little bit of speed though. Brandon sets sail into the sunset as he rounds out turn 4, and for the final time down the back chute, Brandon, double deuce machine, going to come home with the checkered flag if he just doesn't slam the outside wall, which he doesn't. Checkered flag for Brandon Jake there in P2, Connor 3rd. Jeff is going to round down the last and final transfer spot as Kel and Ted York comes home 5th and 6th. But man, what a race that was for the all for that top spot.
Yeah, that was some good racing there, and I think we're going to keep seeing more of that as the night goes on. These guys are just getting more and more racy as the track wears in more and more.
So B main is up, showing 9 drivers will be advancing in. 8 drivers right now. I believe you're right, Tommy. I think everyone will be making it into the A main show.
Yep, it looks like it. So
$150 on the line here tonight. Plus, a little bit of gift pack from the Smoky Mountain Beard guys to win this thing. $150 just for some iRacing, man. That's pretty good payout.
yeah, you know, we try to put on these events a few times a year, and you know, we've been fortunate. SSR is, you know, we've been able to grow the community, and things have been really good, and it allows us to give back to the community a lot. And so, you know, we've been able to do that with this event. You know, this is the 3rd year that we've ran this event. It is a little bit different this year, but you know, it's cool that we've got these events that have become, you know, kind of like staples for us, whether it's this or, you know, our version of the Knoxville Nationals or Kokomo Smackdown, stuff like that. So really cool that we were able to do it again this year and put up the purse that we've got up.
Here in the B main, obviously these guys would much rather be in the just be right into the A main. But one positive thing you can take out of this is this track has already changed quite a bit from heat race 1, 2, 3, and 4. That these guys here in the B main, a 15-lap run here, these guys can really try to dial in their setups.
Yes, it is going to give them some valuable track time, and it's also going to work that track in a whole lot more. And with there being no dash tonight and no warm-up, it's going to be interesting to see how these guys, if these guys are able to take advantage of this extra time and set themselves up for a 40-lap main event.
Absolutely. Brent Hagan, Glenn, Greg, Kel, Tony, Ryan, Brandon, and Ted York all in this race. Forgot to the grid, but here we go. Green flag is out for this 15-lap run here for the B-main. A little bit of a 4-wide action. That's Ryan tapping the outside wall early on. 3 and 4, everyone gonna be unscathed. Looks like everyone still is pointing straight here. One guy clipping the outside wall, clipping each other. 35 machine, I believe that was Kel as well, and yes, it was. Those guys almost had a huge accident. One guy almost going up into the outside wall. Both of them just a little bit of contact. Keep it going straight though. One guy want to touch on board with Brandon Garman. He looked like he had plenty of speed there in his heat race. Just kind of made a driver error, tapped the outside wall.
Looks like he's making up for it now, as he's definitely got that thing dialed in. He's got the speed tonight. We'll have to see if he can work his way up front here in this consolation and put himself up for a better start.
So lap 5 of 15. It's Brent, Glenn, and Brandon Garman checking on leader of the sponsorless car here, the number 95 machine. Looking like he has a pretty good gap out there on the race field. How good? Well, it's about second and a half, a 1.5 second lead from Brent Hagan. Glenn, he's going to try to reel him on in. He has a pretty good gap, though. But Ryan Washock, though, had a very scary moment early on. He rounds out that 3rd spot, and he is still trying to charge his way up to the front of the pack. He's already moving up 3 spots as Brandon Garman tries to flex his muscle there to the outside. So 3 drivers now. Ryan, bottom side. Brandon Garman in the middle. Flying job, both of them. Was able to do 1, couldn't do 2, though. Now Brandon Garman up the P2. Ryan still trying to work the bottom part of the racetrack, but here comes Glenn now in that number 19 machine. Glenn probably has the best scene in the house as he watched these guys go side by side, toe to toe with each other, but he would really like to get past them. 2 minutes and 23 seconds here in the B main event. Top 3, everybody will be making it in, but Glenn, they're in that 4th spot right now as Brandon Garman kind of breaks away from both of them, and Brent Hagan, a 1.5 second lead is now gone. It is below a point, almost a half a second lead now. Lost about a second to Brandon Garman as Garman trying to hard charge up to the front now. The hard charger here in the B main.
Yep, Brandon's got himself a really fast car tonight, and he's been able to put it where he needs it to be Like you said, just one little bobble in the heat race cost him, but he's definitely making up for it here in the last chance qualifier.
Brandon Garman, there he is. 2 laps to go around Eldora Speedway, all to set the grid for the Mac Day Show that is coming up for $150 on the line. Hagan, 1.5 second lead has now disappeared as a charger of Garmin is there to the Nerf bar. Both of them tag the outside wall. White flag is going to wave. One more time around Eldora Speedway. Brandon Garmin, what are you going to do? Trying to tag the bottom side. What does our leader do? Brent Hagan leaves the bottom side open. Garmin smashes the inside wall, slides all the way up and next to the outside. Some way, somehow, they do not make contact. Brent Hagan is barely going to win the B main event. Brandon Garmin went all forward, tries to go down to the bottom side and went a little bit too low and just absolutely smokes the inside wall there.
Man, that was a crazy finish to that race, but definitely worth it.
Man, I was really surprised that Hagan was left that inside door open, but he did, and Garmin took advantage of it. Just quite couldn't make it. Kind of bounced off that wall and couldn't make that outside lane stick very, very well as warm-up is underway. Do not believe any of these drivers will be taking the warm-up.
No, I don't believe they'll be running the warm-up tonight. I'm thinking that they will probably just take a few minutes to get their setups and fuel in, and then we'll advance over to the feature.
So breaking down tonight, single file qualifying. So everyone had their own single file qualifying run. That sets the grid for the heat races. Heat race 1, it was single file. There was plenty of grip. Everyone was flat out. There was not pass made. Then we go on to heat race number 2. They battle it out for that 3rd and 4th spot. Then we went to heat race number 3, and that's when everything got quite racy. Slide job city, lap after lap, and then it was heat race 4, and that was just absolutely wild. Then we went to the B main that we just seen. Battle for the win. Came down to the very last lap, last corner. We will not rework the racetrack whatsoever. What they have is what they get for this 41 lap Mac Daddy Show here at Eldora Speedway. Thank you all for tuning in here to Wisco_TV. Much appreciated. To Tommy Brandon, the lead admin for broadcasting this, as the internet dude tries to fix whatever he needs to fix. But Eldora Speedway, man, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, much appreciated you helping me out. A lot of money on the line, $150 plus 3 free beard oils from the Smoky Mountain Beard Company. That is going to be the payout here tonight. All you got to do is beat 23 other drivers. Doesn't sound too hard.
No, it doesn't sound too hard, but it's a lot more difficult than it sounds. It's going to be tough for these guys, and yeah, like you said, $150 in beard oils on the line, and I mean, we definitely want to give Smoky Mountain Beards a special thank you for being the sponsor of tonight's event. They make a variety of just American-made, just all natural beard oils. I use them myself. They really do work. And it's just an awesome product, man. It really is. So definitely want to thank those guys for helping us out with this event tonight.
Absolutely. Much appreciated to those guys. Fill the set. Everybody loads up into the race car. 24 driver grid here tonight. 41 laps. A little bit of a different of a fuel load for these guys that they're normally running roughly around 30 lap race. 41 laps, 24 cars, all for $150 to the race winner, $100 to P2. Third spot is going to be, I think it was $80. I already lost it. Third place, sorry, $60. Fourth place, $50. $40 to round out the top 5, and it goes all the way down to the 10th spot. All get a payday, plus the hard charger as well. The grid, the cars, the drivers start rolling out there onto the race with the grid lineup here for this 41 lap main event. Zach is going to be there on the top spot. He won last night. Can he go back to back for the big night? Joe there to the outside. Patrick, Mr. Pat Spangler. He'll be starting there in the 3rd spot. Brandon, the double deuce machine. He'll be starting P4. Jeremiah Weigel, the number 20 machine with Team SSR. He'll be rounding out P5. Larry Bell with Miller Time Motorsports. He'll be 6th spot. Phil, he'll be 7th. Jake Sonatag will be P8. That's one driver I'll be watching tonight is the number 3 machine. Bruce, he'll be back there in the field. He finished 2nd spot with a late race charge up to the front last night. Josh, 10th. Paul, 11th. Connor is going to be in that 12th spot. On down the list, this is 13th is Christian, Tim, Josh, Jeff, Brent Hagan, Brandon Garman, Ryan, Glenn, and Ted York, Kel, Tony, and Greg. All rounding out the race field as the lights on the pace truck is off. Will be green flag racing this time by.
Yep, we got to take one more lap here just to set the field with the provisionals and everything. They got to double check race control, make sure everything is set up, and we'll be going green this time by in turns 3 and 4.
I'm excited, man. A lot of good-looking pace cars out there as well. Nerves are up. Sunset is here. Track lights ain't on. It's going to be fun. Here we go. Side by side. Sorry. Yeah, here we go. Side by side, wheel to wheel. Green flag is going to wave. Zach's going to lead the field down into turn number 1. Number 3 is the whole field's going to have to slow up all that horsepower. But what I was about to say, one good thing iRacing has done is the really good sound effects as we just went to that up-close mode and just listened to these engines sitting next to the outside wall as these guys all try to jockey for position. First yellow flag's going to be out here on lap number 4. And one guy really smashing the outside wall. That might have been a lot of cars getting collected there. But it looks like don't know exactly who it was, but we'll try to find out. Brandon is being shown ready. First car being shown ready. Oh, there you go. Yeah, 2 drivers there.
Connor Dudek. Looked like Connor Dudek got wrecked there. Not sure exactly what happened, but just saw him
so back
sideways.
to line mode. Yeah, absolutely. There's a little bit of a clip of the wheels here with these sprint cars. Tommy, you know best, man. If you just tap these wheels, it's usually not the best outcome.
No, it's not. You know, that is one of the downsides of open wheel racing is those things they're wide open and they are exposed, and just the slightest touch can end in disaster. And unfortunately for Connor Dudek, tough break for him tonight.
Zach, Joe, Brandon, Patrick, Jeremiah. That's going to be your top 5. Green flag back out as everybody shimmies and shimes down to the turn number 1. He looks down to the bottom side for P2. He slides it on up. Brandon's going to get him right back, though. So those guys. Now Zach, Joe, Patrick, Brandon, Patrick, and Jeremy. That's still going to be your top 5. Everybody kind of single filed out here up into about the top 6. Next racing is all the way back down to Larry Bell, just shy of a top 10 run as of right now, but still it's extremely early racing. Everyone just still for their race car. Remember, some of these guys haven't raced since like Heat Race 1.
Yeah, and they've definitely seen the track change a ton, and they have not had any more time that lead adjustment, although it's only one adjustment, it's going to really affect the balance of your car, just by moving that thing a couple of clicks forward and back. So give these guys a couple of laps, and I think we'll see them start to make
Christian McCall, he runs it. And a pretty good run. The fun for 90. Finish. 10 for 1 and all over the back. Slip for the number 16. The all yellow. Here's to the back bumper of Chris Car. Just a little grip. Right now, Zach on a race leader, possibly. There he is. Zach leads the charge right now. Joe still in P2. Hunt him down. Last lap times. Zach has a time that last lap with a 14.5.
Yep, Zach's definitely got the speed. You know, he's picked up right where he left off last night. But the top 4 guys are all running basically the same lap times. You know, they're all in those 14.5s. You know, as their fast lap times, and then their consistent lap times are 14.6 to 14.8. So they're definitely all really, really close. It's going to be interesting to see if anybody can really take it to the next level and make a move.
Inside the cockpit mode, Joe Howe, he is right there all over the for not letting Zach get away like he did last night. Sun is setting, and you can just see how hard it is to sneak into the apex of turns 3 and 4 there.
Yeah, I mean, it is really tough with that. That glare comes right in, shines right off the track, gets right in your eyes. It's really, really hard to see, especially when you got a car right.
Joe looked down to the bottom side of the race leader. Zach there in turn 3. Thought he could slide it up, but he did not. So Zach still holds on to the race lead. He has led every single lap so far, leading 17 right now. On back here to the 3rd spot. Sub starts to pick up now. Jake Sonatag, one of the drivers I said I want to watch out for. He's up into the top 5 right now, moving up 4 spots in that number 3 machine, trying to work on that double deuce machine. Brandon, we'll see if he can get around him right in front of the Nodak Outlaw League owner of Phil in that number 13 machine. But here we go, 3 cars under 1 blanket, all battling out for that 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot.
Yep, these 3 you can see are really, really close when it comes to their speed. All 3 of them really good drivers, and all running that high line right now really well. And they're battling it out for that line of coaching.
Coming out of turn 4, still Brandon there in the 3rd spot. Jake Sonatag, 4th, and Phil rounding out P5. On behind them, that is Patrick Spangler. He rounds out P6. Bruce Kling in 7th. Jeremiah rounding out the 8th spot with Christian McCartney. He was a hard charger early on, Brandon Carmen, the number 18 machine, 16 up there on the scoring pylon. He's our hard charger, moving up +6. And that SSR Elite, the sim racing car, look at that, slicing and dicing through traffic. Brandon Carmen trying to get underneath Paul. Into turns 3 and 4, he slides it right on up to the race cushion, tries to bounce right off of it. And Brandon Carmen picking up another spot. He's moved up 8 spots now.
Yes, he has. He's making a move there, and he just got into that wall and kept it going. So running right on that ragged edge is old Steve there, but making his way to the front. And what he's hoping for right now is a caution. And right now, it's been a really, really clean race. These guys have got strung out all over the track, and they're already past the halfway point.
Only one flag has only one yellow. Our race leader, the 18 machine, all the way up next to the outside wall. He is slicing and dicing through the clip traffic up into the race leader's way. Joe Howe follows him right through, though. Those guys still nose and tail for the race lead. And now, before you know it, Jake Sonatag, he's already moved up another spot, up into the top 3, going 4 wide into turns 1.
Yep, Sonatag was able to clear that lap traffic really, really quick, and that allowed him to catch up when Howe and Dykstra were basically in a hornet's nest trying to get through there. So those leaders able to clear it, but not before Sonatag was able to close up on Howe's back bumper, and now we've got ourselves in a car battle for the top spot.
And here we go, Joe down to the bottom side, slides it on up. Play loses grip, could not get the giddy up and going here. Sonatag going to close right up onto the back bumper. He could not do nothing with it. I thought he might have tried to get down to the bottom side, but man, Joe's Howe car is looking a little loose out there all of a sudden now at this halfway point.
Yeah, he got a little loose there. You can see he's got that wing with the back raised up, and what happens is when that thing is like that, the cars have a lot more grip from the downforce. The bad thing is if you get just a little too sideways, as they break loose. Yeah, that's really what happened to him, but he looks to get it back under control now. Back bumper of Zach once again.
All the way up to the 13th place car. Connor doing it as the next guy in line to go a lap down. Connor praying for a caution. I hope he does not get it because this is a wonderful 10 laps to go around Eldora, all for $150 on the line here tonight. $100 to second spot. Zach leads it. He has led every lap so far. He won night number 1. Joe, he holds the second spot, and he started there in P2, and Jake Soto, he's already moving up. He's moved up 5 spots. He's matching the race leader's times. He's all over the back Nerf bar, just needing to figure out a way to get around him. And lap traffic still going to come into, is still going to be a big factor.
Yeah, that was a really close call as that car was sideways right in front of our leaders, and both of them, Zach and Joe Howe, able to get around him. So awesome job by them. That was a super close call, and you saw their driving skill come out as they were able to thread the needle between the lap car and the wall.
Check up on board really quick here for the 4th spot of Patrick Spangler and Phil right there behind him as they battle out for that 4th and 5th spot. On down the list we go. 6th spot is going to be Brandon as he fills out Bruce Klingon. And the yellow flag up into the race here. Joe, he flips upside down. Brandon gets collected up. He was up to that 4th spot. He flips upside down. That car is destroyed. Joe's Howe car is destroyed, and we have drama building. Big time drama building here at late for night number 2 here at Eldora. Wow, what a change of events now.
Yeah, that is just a horrible break for Joe Howe. He had an awesome run going. Not quite sure what happened. It looked like he might have just clipped the wall, and poor Brendan Boyles there is just an innocent bystander at that point. So tough break. You know, it can happen when you're running that close to the wall here. We all know how Eldora can get. You're right up on the wall. Your margin of error is next to nothing, and sometimes it just bites you. And it looks like it's an unfortunate turn of events for Mr. Howe there.
Here we go with the replay. See what happened, Joe, and then all in second place, that green and white car. Taps the outside wall, kisses it once, kisses it twice. And man, we talked about it. His car seemed to really loose, and man, what a tough break for Brandon. Just absolutely nowhere to go. Fell right in his lap. Just absolutely T-bones Joe. Joe gets that toe, and his night is going to be done. In that number 43 car. Man,
yeah,
up to second. $100 for second place. That is out the window for him now. So now it's going to be Zach. Jake is now up to the 2nd spot. Now Patrick Spangler is going to be 3rd. Phil 4th. And then Bruce Klingon rounding out the top of 5. Pace truck is going to be off this time by Zach, leaving a pretty good room, a pretty good distance to that pace car. I assume he'll diamond cut off of turn 4, hit the loud pedal, and try to set sail away from that number 3 machine. But Sonatag, that's another regular driver for the for the National Auto Race. Week in and week out, we watch this guy, and he can be, he can definitely will, and he can definitely be quite aggressive as well.
Yeah, Jake is one of the better sprint car drivers in the league. He's definitely turned it on this last season in all of the cars, especially the sprint cars. So we'll see if he's got anything for Mr. Dykstra here with just 5 laps to go.
Green flag out. One thing he needed to do is get a good restart. Does he do it? A little bit of a gap, but pretty good. Still got time though. Jake closes up on the back bumper. Down to the back chute into turns 3 and 4. Back to the net, or next to the outside wall. And Sonatag is there. Sonatag down to the bottom side of the turn. Lines it up next to the outside wall. Captures a lead for a slight bit of Zach with the hard charge back around it.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to pass Zach Dykstra. He has been fast all night long, and even when you make that move and get around him with the slide job, he's able to cut it Sonatag coming out of turn 2.
Quick bit, watch on board here for the 3rd spot. Phil, Phil, no. Patrick Spangler, Bruce Klingon, all 3 of them to the inside the catch pits. Slams the outside wall. The front of that car is destroyed. The wing is gone off of one of the drivers. And what a tough break for all those guys. Third, fourth, and fifth place all getting collected. Another mayhem, another chaotic, another drama closing up onto that white flag.
Yeah, that's a really tough break. All three of those guys were having an awesome run, and it is just so unfortunate that happened. Patrick Spangler having a heck of a run. Same thing with Philip Roach there. Bruce Lincoln also talked about. You know how it's just one little touch.
There it is, slow-mo action, quarter speed. Patrick maybe just got a little bit too loose, and Phil
Yep.
had about maybe an inch away from that nerf bar, and Bruce Klingen, both of those drivers just fell right into that front clip, and man, what a wreck that is. Look at that, sparks
Yep.
of flying and up into the catch fence, and third, fourth, and fifth spot. All those drivers get collected. Bruce Klingen, no front wing on that race car. So back to live mode, back to race mode. Don't want to miss it. Shootout here to the end. Sonatag, how aggressive will that driver be? But one thing he has to do, though, and Bruce Kling is going to still be out there with no front wing. He's going to try to finish this thing. He still has $60 in his wallet right now if he can finish there. But Sonatag, how aggressive do you want to be? But first things first, you got to get a very good restart here.
Yeah, you do, and we're right on that cusp where, you know, we've got just enough here for it looks like a green-white checkered, and it's going to be close. We'll see if Sonatag can make a move and see if Klingen can hold on to that third position without the front half of his car.
Pace trucks in, green flag is out. Two-lap shootout is underway here at night number 2. And here we go. And Jeremy Weigel coming out of absolute... Get that the last and final podium spot away from Bruce Klingen. Down into turns 3 and 4. White flag is going away. Tag still trying to hunt down Zach. And here we go. White flag in the race there. Jeremy gets around Bruce there for that third spot, so he's on the last step of a podium finish. In the turns 3 and 4 for the last time. Zach looks like he's going to do it. Out of turn 4, Jake makes one last great run at him. Not going to do so. Checker flag for Zach. Jake there for P2. Jeremy going to pick up a quiet third place finish for that number 20 car. Christian McCartney fourth, and Bruce Klingen all rounding out the top 5. And man, what a fun, drama-filled race that one was.
Yeah, it was, man. Definitely an action-packed night. Zach led the whole thing, had pressure for the first half of the race from Joe Howard, second half of the race from Jake Sonatag, and was able to hold on for the win. So awesome job by him, and you know, hats off to Sonatag for his finish, and Jeremy Weigel, like you said, getting the last there on the podium. And you know, Bruce Klingen able to hold on to the 5th position. He was 5th when he got wrecked there with Croach and Spangler, and was able to hold on to a top 5 finish. So good run for him, and you know, awesome run for Brandon Garman. We talked about it. You know, coming from the back of the pack after a tough break in the heat race, was able to move up 11 spots and be the hard charger tonight, score a 7th place finish. So good run by all the guys out there tonight.
Absolutely. Brandon Garman moved up 11 spots here. The Mac Teddy show had plenty of speed all the way through. Second guy, Hunger Buster Kale, he's moved up 9. Christian McCartney moved up 9 spots. But one guy that finished on the last step of the podium is going to be Jeremy Weigel. And Jeremy, man, I got to be honest with you, man. You kind of had a quiet night out there. Not too much action that I seen from you, but I know you was battling it out wheel to wheel with a lot of these guys.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the most fun races I've ever been. That long green flag run that we had was pretty amazing. And I got to be honest with you, my hands are shaking a little bit. The heart's still racing, adrenaline's pumping. I feel like I could run through a wall right now.
Dude, it was an unbelievable race, man. Me and Tommy up here broadcasting. Wreck right there in front of you with the third, fourth, and fifth spot, and you was just barely able to squeak by it.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of racing. Sometimes luck is on your side. Last night I didn't have the best of luck. Kind of started midfield and then got pushed in the wall and knocked my steering out early. and I just kind of hung on to it. And tonight, the bounce went my way, and uh, Bruce ran a great race. He was super fast, but unfortunately, he got caught up in that, and I was able to take advantage of it on the last restart.
$60 in your wallet, man. There in your PayPal wallet, I guess. So congratulations. This was Jeremy. Congratulations once again for a podium finish. You got any shout out?
Yeah, I gotta thank everybody over my teammates over at Team SSR, our sister team, the Elite Sim Racing, and then of course Personal Evolution Company, Whiskey Oval TV, ESRN. Uh, I gotta thank you for putting this on, and Tommy for the whole show. Just he does so much for this community. I don't think people realize the amount of hours that he puts in, and events like this are kind of like just a payback to everybody that comes and races our league. So I gotta thank all the guys that come in and week out and race with us and race clean and race hard. That this is some of the best racing on iRacing. I feel like it's hard, it's clean, it's fast. It's just it's amazing.
Well, tonight was absolutely amazing. Week in and week out, man. You guys go toe to toe with each other. So that was absolutely fun. Jeremy, let's take a deep breath. Let's not run through that wall. Let's get that adrenaline down, man. Dude, congratulations on that podium finish once again.
I appreciate it, and then big shout out to Smoky Mountain Beard Company for putting in the prize money and helping us out with this event. So big thanks to those guys.
Absolutely. Thanks, pal. Roll my Mr. Wiggle. There, finishing there in that last and final podium spot. Hard charger, slicing and dicing himself through that fill is going to be Brandon Garman, dude. Moving up plus 11 there for you, pal.
Yeah, the car felt good. It was really hooked up tonight, man. Had some bad luck there in the heat race and put myself in a bad spot for having to start in the back, but it was definitely a blast.
Yeah, kind of a wild night for you, man. A roller coaster night. I think it was either 2 or 3, clipping the outside wall. I think he was the first car to do so. Had to start there in the B main, but man, hard charge up in that B main event, and then here in the A main, man, slicing and dicing yourself through. You had to avoid a couple of wrecks out there here tonight.
Yeah, you definitely had to drive defensively coming from the back and trying to pass that many spots. And once I broke into the top 10 and the track really started slicking off on me, and I could run the line that I really wanted to run, which was the top, but I kind of went with a little shorter of a gear so that way I could be able to move and pick people off and stuff. But hey, man, I'm happy with it. Top 10 driving from, I believe it was 18th.
Hard charge tonight, $10 plus a Smoky Mountain beer, a bundle. Brent, you got any shout outs that you would like to give?
Yeah, I definitely got to shout out SSR and Tommy Brandon and all the admins and the entire NARC series, man. Bruce, Jeremy, Jake, Justin, I mean, Kep, Kale, everybody that's involved in all this, man. I just got to thank them and be able to give me the opportunity to join such a great community and then become part of the team, man. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, dude, congratulations moving yourselves up to that 11th spot and getting that hard charger award. And hopefully we'll talk soon, man.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks, pal. Brandon Garman coming home in that that hard charger award. Coming home, P2 is going to be Jake Sonatag. And Jake, dude, what a fun race that was.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Dude, you moved yourself up 6 spots. You got all the way to that back bumper of Zach. A late race caution fell. Did you wanted to see that caution, or do you think you would have done a lot better without it?
I think I would have had a better shot if the caution wouldn't have came out. Takes me a few laps to get in rhythm, and it's always hard to get a jump on the restart like that when you don't know when how the leader's gonna take off. So only 2 laps to go, and it's just hard to. I was setting up for a slider, but I just couldn't get to the back of them there.
If you had to redo it, thing, is there anything that you could have done different?
Started up closer to the front, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. That always helps out, dude. But man, second place run here, $100 going to your PayPal. So congratulations. What a fun event! 2 nights of racing here at Eldor Speedway. It's always fun watching you race. So congratulations, man, on a podium finish. You got any shout outs that you like to give?
Oh yeah, I gotta thank you guys for broadcasting this, and also gotta thank Tommy for putting on this event. Um, thank all my team members, Brandon, Jeremy, Kale, Bruce, all those guys helped me during practice sessions and stuff get the car feeling comfortable, and without them, I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Very cool, man. Well, congratulations, and always like watching you week in and week out. You're always a regular here for the place finish.
Thank you.
And the winner here tonight, checkered flag for back-to-back nights, is going to be Zach. Dude, $150 plus a bundle pack from the Smoky Mountain Beer guys.
Nice, man. Yeah, it feels good. I was a little nervous about tonight coming in. We went with an all new setup, so feels good to come home in victory lane again.
Outside wall definitely looked like that was your line. Definitely the quickest line around Eldora Speedway. But man, everybody just throwing dive bomb after dive bomb on you, throwing that slider line. Is there anything that you can do to protect that? I guess without just closing off that bottom side.
Just keep the momentum up. Really, I'd seen them coming, so um, I think the key is just keep that momentum up and get by them as quick as you can and continue to stay up top.
Yo, lap traffic though, man. You got stuck right smack down into the middle of it. The top three cars battling it out, and you guys hit lap traffic. And man, that looked a little sketchy there.
Oh, it was, man. I think I'm still sweating from those few laps through there. I definitely was worried. Glad we made it through though.
Late race restart. Jake moving up 6 spots. Definitely had a lot of speed in that number 3 machine. What was going through your mind? Did you have a game plan?
Oh, same thing as last night. I don't like those late cautions. Kind of ruins my rhythm up. So I was glad. I just kept telling myself keep it smooth, and that's what I did, and was able to pull it off.
Well, man, congratulations. It was an absolutely blast watching you from night 1 to night 2, watching you go through lap traffic, hold off all. And dude, $150 plus some beard oils from the Smoky Mountain Beard, man. Congratulations. What you like to give?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank ABR Setup Shop, Bancor Network, JS Sim Shots, everybody at SSR, Tommy for putting on these events like this. They're a lot of fun, and you at Whiskey Oval.
Much appreciated, man. Hopefully we'll talk soon.
Awesome, man. Have a good night.
Congrats,
Thanks,
man.
pal.
Thanks, Tommy.
Zach coming home. Overall winner, Tommy. What do you take out of this?
It was a lot of fun, man. That was some exciting racing, and I'm glad it turned out the way that it did. And yeah, it was a good 2 days. You know, it's a little different for me being on this side of it. You know, instead of racing in it. But I got to tell you, it was a lot of fun to watch, and I'm glad it was a good race and a good show. And big congrats to Zach. He was fast, both nights, and ran a good race. And same thing with everybody else. I mean, Jake and Jeremy, Christian, Bruce, all the guys. They really had a good week or a good 2 days away racing, and it was just really cool to watch, man.
Yeah, it was definitely fun, man. This was one of the fun. This was definitely one of the funnest events. Funnest, I guess, is a word that I've covered. You guys always put on a lot of stuff here for the National Racing Club. If people want to join, where can they find you guys?
The best thing to do is to just head over to the website schoolofsimracing.net and just click on the button that says join community. That puts you on the email list, and that puts you in the SSR Discord, which is where we do all of our league stuff. And right now the league is closed for recruiting, but we do open up when the season ends, and the season will be ending here in just a couple weeks. So anybody who's interested in joining the league, just hop into the Discord, because we always open it up to the community members before everybody else. So, yeah.
Dude, this was fun. Appreciate you helping me out here. Much appreciated. Congratulations, Zach. Overall winner, $150 plus a bundle pack from the Smoky Mountain Beard guys. Tommy, I think that's it, man. I had a blast. It was fun. We'll wait for the next one. Thank you all for tuning in here, Whiskey Oval _TV for the second night. And congratulations to all these guys, all these racers that came out night number 1 and night number 2. Battle it on out. Zach is going to be your overall winner. Jake second. Jeremy is going to be third. Christian fourth, and Bruce. That's going to round out your top 5. Josh 6th. Brandon Garman 7th. Paul 8th. Jeff 9th, and Larry Bell rounding out the top 10. Lap traffic in the way, slicing and dicing. Late race drama up through the pack. A lot of cool wrecks, sort of say. If you like to watch some wrecks, not so much for the drivers. Eldora Speedway never disappoints in the sprint car world. National Racing Club, thanks again. Much appreciated. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for the likes, shares, and comments, and we'll catch you guys next time.